Good. Now for the lesson on crack climbing. So, for this lesson, I found this crack as my example as to what a crack climb is. Now, for those of you who thought that friction climbing seemed a little bit insane, like trying to walk up a wall, a pane of glass, tilted a little bit, but walking up a pane of glass, you're correct. Luckily, friction climbs only comprise about a third of what I would consider our climbs. 2/3 are crack climbs. Now, the benefit is you're not walking up a pane of glass. The problem is you have to be masochistic. And I'll show you why. Now, when you're climbing up a crack, once again, you most often find that there are no handholds of any kind on the other sides. Luckily, there tend to be some decent crimps. Look at this. That's a crimp. I can bend my fingers around that. Oh, I can handle this for a minute, which apparently is a long time. So, when you're doing crack climbs, you have to do what are called hand jams and foot jams. So we'll start with hand jams. To hold yourself into the wall, you have to insert your hand into the crack, okay? Then, to secure yourself against the wall, you have to slide down your thumb. What that does is it takes this thin hand and it widens it. And you're filling in the space in the crack so that if you pull out on it, it won't go anywhere. Now, those of you who are thinking, wow, that sounds like you're squeezing yourself into a tight place and then yanking on it. You're absolutely right. Once again, this results in cuts and pain. However, that's not the most masochistic part. What I consider the most masochistic part are the feet. So now imagine putting on a pair of shoes. Cloth shoes, like moccasins, okay? Except super frictiony. Now, imagine making them 2.5 sizes too small. Good. You have rock climbing shoes on. Now, when you stick your foot in this crack, it can't fit going in this way. So once again, you have to turn it sideways. Now, the problem is when you extend your leg, you're going off to the side. Well, that is easily remediable. You stick your foot in, and you say, forget my toes, and you turn your foot so that it is up. Your toes are vertical, and your foot is up, and then you stand. And then you put another foot into the crack above it, and do the same thing. Now, every now and then your foot will get stuck, and you have to like kick out, and that hurts more. Yeah. So that is basically the art of crack climbing. Now, that was just one width of crack, though. Cracks come in all sorts of widths. They go from finger jams, where you jam in a finger and twist, to off width, where it's just bigger than your hand, so you have to like stick in your fist and twist your fist and then hang on your fist. Or bigger than that, where you have to stick in 2 hands, and then you get to off width, where you stick in your shoulder and twist your body a little bit, and then you get a little bit more, so you can actually, when you're skinny like me, fit your whole body, and then you kind of like hump the wall, and that's how you get up. And then you get a little bit wider, and you get to my personal favorite, and what I think that J.D. Hoover would be good at, and that's chimney climbing, which is just what it sounds like, and you brace yourself up against the wall, so you kind of like this, and then you just kind of shimmy your way up, and head jamming, and so yeah, that is crack climbing in a nutshell at the house range. Yep.